If you want to make your performance more interesting to your audience and more fun for you to sing, then you need to put more emotion into your voice and into your expressiveness and into the way you perform. And let's talk about all the steps you need to take in order to get there today. As you may know, I always come from the perspective of having coached many different students over the years from different backgrounds, different genres, different ages, different levels of experience. But what I see throughout is that a lot of times people did not do their homework. They were never taught to actually connect with the music. And so emotional singing is kind of like, how do I do that? And I want to get a little deeper today about how you can actually connect to a song so you can make it more emotional. Here's one thing, your audience will totally know when you're faking it, when you're just going through motions without actually having done your work ahead of time or really being at a point where you have that much experience to where you can instantly connect to lyrics and music. Your audience can totally call out a fake performer. And so just going through it and just pretending like you're so emotional without you actually feeling the emotions is really phony, and it's not going to really work. Also, it's not as much fun for you because when you are living through what's going on in the story, it will reflect in your voice so differently, and it also will feel so different. It will be so much more fun. You're going to literally feel exhausted sometimes afterwards because you put all your body and all of your mind and all your heart into it. So let's talk about step number 1. You need to identify with the lyrics. Even before you work on the music, you can actually start working on the lyrics. However, sometimes you may access a song more through the actual music and maybe the harmonies. For me, sometimes it's the harmonies that really speak to me. Some harmonic progressions really touch me and I'm like, wow, that is amazing. And that is really what gets me. But of course, as a singer, we always have the lyrics, and that is something that no other musician has. And so we have this job of actually transporting a much more concrete story. It's not as abstract as just music without lyrics. So our job really is to transport that over, to give the words a meaning. Even if it might not be easy to find a meaning in the words, you have to find a meaning. If you, for example, just sing about the word love, I'm so in love, what it could mean is either I'm so in love, but it hurts. I'm so in love and it feels so good. I'm so in love and I'm angry. So just the word love doesn't really have a meaning attached to it. It could have all these different shades. So give it a meaning. The second thing is the lyrics really need to have an image that you see. So seeing an actual image, the person you're singing to or the person you're singing about in the lyrics needs to be very concrete for you. It might be yourself that you're singing about, but if you are singing about yourself, you're singing about a situation, some setting, and you need to know what that is. Probably what you're singing about might be something you have gone through in your life at some point or another, whether it is being really happy or being really sad, being heartbroken. We all have gone through it, and I highly urge you to sing something that is age appropriate. If you're a really, really young singer, it is not very convincing when you sing a song that is about, for example, My Way. That is a song that looks back at your entire life, for someone who's a little bit older, who has had all these experiences in life, looking back saying, well, I always did it my way. Of course, you can make it work for you even if you're younger, but just know that you have to tweak it. You have to make it credible. If you're singing about a story that is absolutely not credible, if you're singing about something that there's no way in earth you could have experienced anything like that because you're way young or maybe way older, it is a little silly to sing, about being 15 and having, whatever's going on in your mind when you're 15 and singing it as a 65-year-old. That is a little bit silly. And it goes the same the other way. So I'm just saying, make the lyrics mean something to you to where they are very convincingly, really, really your story. And here's just an experience that I've had. I used to perform for many years at a bar and a restaurant. It was really fancy, and I always played for 3 hours. Played an hour set, then had a break for 15-20 minutes, and then played till the full hour again, and then one more time. And it was so much fun, and I remember I did that for several years, probably for 10 years. And it was so much fun, and every time the story meant something else. So I went through some heartbreak times, and then all the songs meant something totally different than when I had times when everything was just perfect and, you know, like relationship-wise and all. Most songs are about love and relationships. And so, you know, every time I sang through the same songs, those same songs would take on a whole different meaning, and you know, it would be either happy one time and then a year later it would be really heartbreaking, and I would put different emotions in, and every time I would sing it a little bit differently, and that's the time would fly by when I made music, just because of the fact that I actually lived through the stories. So the lyrics are very important. However, also what's really important is that you connect to the actual music in connection with the lyrics. You always need to think of the composer as someone who has put a lot of intention in composing this piece of music. Now, some really great composers actually put all these intentions in, like there is a high note because that is a really important word that we're singing on, and the meaning there is really emphasized, and you need to bring it out, and you're working yourself up emotionally, and that's because there is this intention, and that's why there is this high note. Or if there's a ascending line or a descending line, sometimes there's an intention in even, you know, why is the chord progression going here? Why is there an interval that is large? Why is there an interval that's a little bit smaller? Why is there like a scale? Why is there an arpeggio? It could have a meaning. Why is there suspension? Give it all a meaning. When you get to this level of giving everything that happens in the music a meaning, even what does the bass do if you're playing with a band? What does the arrangement do if you're singing along with a karaoke track? Listen to what the music does and give it a reason. Why are the strings coming in now? It's because of something I am going through. Literally, you have to think of it as a movie, like the camera is zeroing in and the music happens because of what is going on inside of you, because of your thoughts. You make the music. The music only illustrates your thoughts, your feelings, and everything that you're thinking. So give the music a meaning, and always, it's almost like you want to look at yourself as being in a movie, and you want to just, you make the music happen. And it's so much fun. When I was younger, I used to just turn on some very emotional, like movie music, like soundtrack. And I didn't even know the movies that they were from. I would just turn on those soundtracks and it was amazing music to me. And I would just act out scenes in my room and be like, oh, it was so much fun. I could feel the music. To this day, I hear a piece of music and I see a movie play in my head. Make that movie play in your head. And here's the thing, in front of your audience, your eyes really do a lot. Even when you're far away from your audience, you may think your eyes are not important, but when you don't have an image yourself that you're seeing, like the person you're singing about, you're actually picturing the scene. There's a difference in your facial expression and also in your vocal expression. Now here's a tip: when you're in a studio, of course you're not performing toward an audience, it's really the sound that's really important. It's even more important to give yourself all these images and all the subtext. Here's what I mean by subtext. So you may sing out, "I love you so," but the subtext may be, "Even though you've left me and I'm heartbroken now, I'm never going to stop loving you, and I'm going to wait till the day you come back." That might be the subtext for that line. Or the subtext may be, "Yeah, you'd really hurt me and I don't even care about you anymore, but I used to think I love you so." It's in retrospect. So different emotions, different expressiveness, different way to make your voice sound. So always connect the voice to that. Here's another thing that is really important. If you want to be more expressive, you have to start exploring more voice colors. I have tons of videos about that. You have to master all these different sounds in your voice. It's not always just about having this crystal clear, nice and open tone. Sometimes we need a moment of vocal fry onset. Sometimes we need a little bit of rasp. Sometimes we need the breathiness. Sometimes we need a little bit of narrow and nasal. Sometimes we need just a tiny bit lower larynx for just a split second, just to express something. Because you love me, I always love you so, but you hurt me, and now I'm just getting away from here. Hit the road, Jack, don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. So if you want to give it attitude, you're gonna have to put all these sounds in your voice. It's really hard to get that expressive when you don't have the palette available that has expressive sounding voice, right? Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more, no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you come back no more. Sounds too nice. That's not what I'm singing about. It's not about, oh, you're such a nice person. Hello, are we friends? No, it's about get out of here. So you have to make your voice color sound according, to whatever the lyrics are saying and whatever the music is doing. For example, in Hit the Road, Jack, there is some agitation. And so you want to have that in your voice. That means stronger chest voice. There's not breathiness in here. But on the other hand, you remember me when the west wind moves among the fields of barley. Then it's totally different. It's okay to have some of the breathiness and some of those softer colors, because I'm just thinking the music, even listen to the music, the track, the accompaniment track. It's not agitation, it's mellow. It's flowing. And so your voice needs to do the same thing. It needs to reflect what is going on in the lyrics and in the music, in the harmonies, in the melody line, in the instrumentation. So listen to what the bass line does. Listen to what the drums do. So for example, when the hi-hats come in, and that is a brighter sound, and so your voice is gonna need a different sound than when you have this maybe just like very, very soft sound. And how do you call those, like sweep things? We call them Basen in German. I don't know right now, but when it's that sound, your voice can do different things. And always listen. And at the same time, if you have musicians who play along with you, educate them. It's really about expressing with our instruments what the music says. So I'm going to wrap it up for today. I have tons of other videos. I'm going to try to find some links and put them below about videos that are also relevant to, exploring voice colors. I have some more videos about being more expressive and putting emotion into your voice. I'm going to link them up so you can have kind of a little series to dive deeper if you're interested in really mastering this. Thank you so much for watching today. Give the video a thumbs up and share it with a friend if you enjoyed it. If you have not read my book, I have a #1 best-selling book on Amazon. It's called Master Your Voice. So check that out. And also you can join my free Facebook. It's also called Master Your Voice. And check out all my free stuff on my website, masteryourvoice.tv. I'll see you next time. And until then, happy singing. Always keep a song in your heart and always keep on singing.
I must be strong to carry